Hey everybody, I don't usually make videos like this. This is going to be kind of my first time trying, and I'm not even sure if this is actually going to get uploaded to YouTube yet. So I guess if you're seeing it, I decided to continue doing it. But I have finally found my dream bike. And I'm not sure if I've ever said this on YouTube or not, but my dream bike has always been the 1985 Honda ATC350X. I have always loved those, gotten to ride a couple of them, just absolutely loved every single one I've ever rode. But they're expensive, and they are way harder to find than even our 250R that we just wrapped up. Give you a little sneak peek here. Wah! That one's an 85 as well. And there's my 02 400EX. So, I've been looking for one for quite some time, and just, they're either way too expensive or they're just clapped out. And I knew I wanted to get a good one or buy one that I could make nice. But I did not have a lot of money, so it's been hard. But as of last night, I found a deal, and I drove 2 hours away to get it. And without further ado, ta-da! Ooh, yeah, that's not it. That's part of it. This is part of the frame, and don't look up too close. It is not pretty. But, yeah, everything on a frame. It's mostly straight. All the damage that I can see is repairable, so I'm not too concerned with it. See, there's the tail light brackets are busted out. There's a few bolts that are stuck off in it. But nothing crazy. But with that being said, there's more. Ooh, original fenders. Yay! These are not very good. Yeah, those are not very good at all. But the seat foam is in excellent condition, so I can just recover this and have a great, great seat. All the bracketry is there. All the goodies. Got a factory 85 front wheel with weird knob tire. Weird there, but yeah. And for the rear, it came with some ITP, like some stamped wheels. Nothing fancy, but they're pretty stout on some ITP Sandstars. So that's what it got for wheels. And ba-ba! Front fender. That is actually water cooled. So 3rd gen ATC350R front fender. Somebody built some brackets and modified it to fit the lower triple tree. But we got a couple broke off bolts there. And we got the front spindle, all there, rear shock, swing arm, headlight bezel, which is actually the best piece of plastic that came on this. No cracks or anything. Then, right down here we got 2 5-gallon buckets of OEM parts, airbox, oil cooler, 2 axles, and the OEM tank is up here. And it is actually in really good shape, and at some point that is going to get restored, but probably not for this immediate build series. Probably, I have a solution to that. It's right here. When I bought it, the guy included a brand new plastic tank still in the plastic wrap. So, along with that, full set of Myers in their original packaging, never been opened. Got shrouds, front fender, rear fender, and a headlight bezel. So all that's going to get replaced. The frame is going to get powder coated. This box here is 100% full of basically new parts. Grab bars, brake lines, but the best part, I don't feel like digging it out right now, there is a brand new full DG exhaust system. 100% brand new, in the package, came with the deal. The worst part of the entire bike is right here, the engine. Now, it was a basket case, so I never personally heard it run, but it feels like it's got great compression. But when I got home last night, I found two issues. The chain has come off and smashed into the case. That isn't the biggest issue right here. That's a very, very common problem on the 86 and 85 350X. That isn't a big issue, and it's on the stator cover as well. The issue is going to come right here. It was leaking oil pretty good right there because there are two cracks from when the chain came apart. And again, that's very common. So at some point, this engine is going to have to get those fixed and basically have an overhaul. And I'm probably just going to have the whole thing taken apart, recoated, everything inspected, and replaced if needed, if there's any failed components, and just go from there so I can just start off fresh and have these cases repaired, because I can't even find any good used ones on eBay or anywhere like that that aren't cracked in this spot and this spot here. So that's kind of an overview of all the parts I got. This isn't going to be super in-depth. It's just going to be, you know, not as in-depth as like, I can't even think, Michael Sabo. It's not going to be, you know, time lapses and all that stuff, but it's going to be good enough. I just wanted to share, try and show you everything I'm going to do on it, and by the time it's done, it's going to be nice. And there's also good used forks in there, forgot to show you, and a full gasket kit. So I'll try and keep you posted the best I can, but this is going to be a long-term project. It's not going to be done immediately. So we'll go from there. I'm back with my first update, and I am going to show you what I got done. I got the old crusty rear fenders off, so I can, let me shut this off. Alright, got the old crusty fenders off, and I got the seat pan stuff all connected back to the seat pan so I can check fitment, because I just got the frame all degreased and currently drying. Trust me, it looks way better in person or on the camera than it does in person. This thing is janky. Got some custom stuff to do back here to obviously fix this crap. Structurally, it's actually sound. Not broke down here where they normally usually are. I'm happy about that. Nothing crazy. Just had to get the seat pan all squared away so I can make sure all this is square once we're done. And one other thing I want to show you. I was going through my gusset kit. Yay! And a lot of these gussets are almost too many. Just got to do the main areas, not really worry about the rest. Really the back subframe is the worst area of these, and then a couple other key components. But once I get that done, the frame will be better than new. Alright, see you guys on the next update. Alright, here we go. Just got done sandblasting all the areas that are going to receive gussets. Like, let's see. That boy is going to go right in there. And all of the above. All those. Woo. And I'm not putting all these in. There's like little itsy bitsy little triangles. So it doesn't need all that. I'm just going to put in the main gussets. Call it good. I am not a crazy rider. But look at my arms. Woo. I'm afraid to see what my face looks like. And you can see why it looks like that if you want to step with me to my sandblasting booth. Boing. That is what you call a tent. with a handheld blaster. I got my Harbor Freight blaster. Well, ain't no way I'm getting a frame in there. So, that's actually the first time I've looked. Oh, gotta do it. Yes, I was wearing a mask. I really don't know if it did much, but I got it ready for the gussets. Whew. All right. See you on the next update. Okay, we are back with another update, and I'll show you. I almost broke an air tool. Okay, here we go. I got, with the help of my dad, all the gussets in I'm going to install. I'll show you what we got done here. So if you were wondering, got the lower supports here welded in. Yeah, focus. There we go. Got some welded up in there. Also welded up some seams that didn't come welded from the factory. Foot peg. Swing arm bolt. Rear subframe. Now, I believe this was a JR Trike Sport gusset kit. I don't actually know because when I bought the bike, it came with it. I bought it from a guy. He was going to do a full restoration and just never got to it. But one thing I wanted to point out, we had to open this up bigger than it initially came to accept the master cylinder. So, just one thing to keep in mind. This side came out real good. Got a cross support welded in there. And this is custom. Boing. Repaired all the cracks. Drilled some holes, so now I can mount my tail light back up. Everything's straight, square, or square enough. I mean, I don't really notice any major bends now. So, just grinding down some of the welds and then should be ready for powder coat. Okay, so there's an update on the one gusset. We test fit, I have a DG full exhaust, and we test fit it, and it would not clear this gusset. So we ended up just leaving the lower portion of the gusset in place, and a small portion, excuse me, on this mount here, for the rear engine mount, and it'll be good enough. Gotta have exhaust. Hey everybody, I am back with my last update for the 350X build series on this video. It's going to get pretty long if I try and do it all in one video, so I'm going to make this a series. So this is going to be part 1 and the final to part 1. Frame is dropped off at powder coat along with swing arm and the axle. So that is going to be getting factory colors. And the last update, I got all the gussets in, so it'll be better than new when I get it back, and that powder coat's going to hold up much better than factory Honda paint. With that being said, I'll show you what I got done since the last update, because it's been several weeks. Here I got all the rubber components degreased, cleaned up, got some rubber spray on them, make them nice and shiny again. They'll never be perfect, but they are really, really good. I'm pretty impressed with that. Got the intake boots cleaned. I haven't sprayed them yet, but they're looking pretty good. I got some sockets shoved in there to stretch them out because I'm going to be running a 400EX carb, and the boots have to be stretched to accept the larger diameter. So I just got the acceptable sockets and left them in there for a little bit. So, yep, that'll be good. Let's see here. I got taillight lens all cleaned up, looking good. Yeah. Factory headlights all cleaned up, polished. Looking pretty good for OEMs, tested, and they're all working, low beam and high beam. And the one part I'm really excited about, ta-da! Shebang. I got the engine all crated up, ready to go. I'm going to send this out, have it rebuilt, have those cracks in the side case fixed, repaired, have the engine Cerakoted while it's apart, every internal piece inspected, replaced as needed, so I can just start with a fresh build. Got some of the decompression parts ordered. I know it'll be hard to see, but lower decompression bracket was not in the well, any of the 5-gallon buckets I got. So I had to source that, and the one for the head down there. And let me tell you, those are not cheap parts to get. But from what I've read, that is something that is a must for these big bore 4-stroke engines. But they always broke. Also, the internal cam, follower cam for the inside here that engages off the Kickstarter was broke, so I had to source that up as well, and it is still, it's in shipment at the moment. Those are not cheap parts to get, and the follower cam inside that is actually a discontinued part, which made it even harder to find, but I found a good used one out of an XR200, which cross-references on Partzilla for the ATC350X, so I should be set. And I got a brand new OEM part number decompression cable, so I should be set there for the decompression system. That's going to go with the engine. Stainless steel bolt kit's going to go with the engine. Piece of the side cover is going to go with the engine. The follower cam is going to go with the engine, and that's all going to get in here, shipped out, and rebuilt. So I'm going to end this video here. This part 1 I'm going to end here. Part 2 will be coming. I'm really excited for this build. This is a bike I've been waiting years to get. So I'm super excited. I hope you guys enjoyed this. So I guess I'll see you next time.